Song's been written.
Woo! Woo!
Time is now.
Gangsta, gangsta, gangsta.
This is.
Wait for it.
So welcome to my den. I got paid and got a chauffeur. I'm a rider to the end. Got a extend.
Welcome to AJD. Now, today I'm just not feeling it today. I just want to talk about it. Yesterday I had an altercation that this young man, and I slightly say young man, came to me and basically seemed like he want to put his hands on me. That's why I'm bringing up the domestic violence deal. See, to me, the way I work at, and everybody know I talked about it, that the majority of men. It's not too many women. They just hired 2 Caucasian women at this facility. And I'm the only African American female that is there, and I have gone through a lot. When I say a lot, for a whole year with these people. I work on side of 8 years of contract, and then I decided to switch over and become a regular. Well, it's a problem that they have that I'm a female and I'm not going to sleep with them, and I'm gay. These guys who I work with, they have women, but they have no respect for women. This is where domestic violence come in. When you can't accept a woman from being gay, or just you can't accept a woman, period, at all, and all you see her as a thing, then you have a problem, not that woman. You tend to want to beat this woman down, make this woman life a living hell, to think that this woman decide to want to be with you afterwards. That is not the case. At the end of the day, I'm still strong in mind when it comes down to my sexual preference. I have no desire for a man. See, this is just a standpoint of how they're doing things. It's like rape. You try to control that person to submit to you. That's just like domestic violence. Because you can't get your way, men or women, because women are doing domestic violence as well. If you can't get your way, you decide to break that person down so they can be submissive to you so that you can have your way. People, this is a sad case. This is a sad case. And the reason why I say it's a sad case is because you cannot sit up here and try to break somebody down to something of nothing because of what you want. If they want to be with you, they will be with you. But if you force them to be with you, you would never have them. If you force them, I mean, this guy he's a bully. Almost everybody on this job is afraid of him, and they wouldn't even step to my defense. The supervisor didn't even step to my defense. They have allowed this, and everybody know I'm pre-law. So at the end of the day, you know for a fact it will be a lawyer involved. Because this is ridiculous to allow something like this hoodness, to come into the workplace. And no one didn't try to stop it. That's just like a woman getting beat from her husband or her boyfriend, and the police come out to their residence. And like my favorite song, Tracy Chapman said, "You didn't do anything." And the police say, "Can you all disperse? I think everybody needs some sleep." Oh man, that is a beautiful song that Tracy Chapman sung. It's something else when you have people that come to your residence as police and do not protect you when you're getting beat. The man will also beat the woman in front of the police, and the police just stand there. And then turn around to the neighbors and say, "Are you going to stop?" The neighbors say, "Are you going to stop that?" They turn around to the neighbors and say, "I think you need to go back in the house. We got it under control." Not if you see this man beating her and about to kill her. Domestic violence is so prone, and I'm talking about in my race, that an African American male will hit a woman so quick that he never think twice. I had on Facebook, this young man said, women always trying to be equal to a man, but then they call the cops if the man hit them. And that woman didn't hit that man, but if the man hit them. And I asked him, why would he hit them? Why would he hit her? And women and men, to me, are equal. The only difference they have is one have a vagina and the other have a penis. If you pay attention to their body type, it's some men that are stronger than women, and it's some women are stronger than men. If you ever pay attention, our body types, our body shapes are just alike, almost just alike. It's just one have a penis and one have a vagina. See, I just, right now, I'm at the standpoint that being harassed on a job for a whole year and continue to take this is just ridiculous. We are here to get on this job, do our job, and make a paycheck. We're not here to make friends or anything like that. But somehow, if I do not submit, they will make my life a living hell. And it's funny because one person started all this, and it's like a trickle effect. One person. And they're like little kids. That's why I say I slightly call them men, because men do not behave like this. Domestic violence, again, is so prone in our African American race that we need to stop. If you want to be called a king, you treat your queen like she is. You don't call a queen a whore. You do not call a queen a bitch. You do not call that woman that. You treat her as accordingly. If you want to be treated as a king, like that woman is being submissive to you and treat you accordingly like a man, then you should expect the same thing. That woman should expect the same thing from you. You can't sit up there and try to treat that woman like she's nothing, and then you expect her to still treat you accordingly. Are you insane? Are you insane? You know what I'm going to do. This is not a yelling day today. This is a serious matter today, because of what I have went through yesterday and what a lot of women go through every day. Yesterday, I'm not downing you guys, but yesterday is just another day in the neighborhood that I went through. And this time, it shattered my soul. Because I don't get in front of men and try to be like a man, but I don't expect a man to argue over stupid stuff and come in my face like he's going to whoop my tail. I don't do that because I know I'm not a man. And I'm not going to fight no man. Especially when I continue to stand there and I say, sir, I feel threatened. Please remove yourself. Calmly. And this result happened. That he didn't remove himself until he stopped yelling like I was his woman. I'm no one's woman. Not no man woman. And I would never be. And never is a long time. It comes to a point that when you're on the job, you're not a thug, you're an employee. You treat a person like a person. They're not your woman or they're not your man. You treat them as a person that you are. Domestic violence, again, I stress this a lot. It is so prone in our race that men just like, they see women as a piece of meat. If they don't get their way, they decide to beat the crap out of and beat them into oblivious. Or beat them in submission. Is it because that you hate yourself so much that you decide you want to hit a woman? You forgot you came from a woman. A woman who carried you for 9 months. And I guarantee, and it's sad that you was raised up. If you was raised up in domestic violence, that's sad because you can't break it. But if you want to, you can. You don't have to be like that person. You can't say it's because of how I was raised or what I have seen when I was young. Guess what? I have seen my mother and my sister have babies. My aunt and everybody have babies at an early age. And I made sure I didn't have any. Because I made a vow to myself that I wouldn't have any. You can stop anything. That's why you have a mind. That's why you are not an animal. You do not have animal instincts. You are a human being. That means that on here, you are a creation from God. You are like God. So that means that you can think. You can focus. You can change. Or make to be changed. You cannot blame someone else of your problems, or you can't blame what happened to you when you was a little child or when you was growing up. You can't blame that because then you become an adult. So at the end of the day, if you're an adult, you should have changed yourself into what you want to be. Only when you become an adult and you turn around and you do domestic violence, only you made you. Did you understand what I'm saying? Your past didn't make you because you can break your past. There's a lot of people out there in this world right now that come from a bad background and do not do the things that they were prone to or they experience in life. They are better people. They know how to walk away. They know how to report things if they're in their job. Go to a supervisor. It's not your job to come to someone. Do you understand what I'm saying? You yourself make you better. If you seen someone being a bully when you was a little child, you should say, I don't want to be a bully. I have a mind. I can think of my own. I can be who I want to be, not what I come from. If you come, and it's several people that I know that had a great background, come from a rich family, or come from a middle class family, come from a poor family. I know all these people. The one that came from a poor family is now rich. The one who comes from a middle class family is now in jail. Just like the rich family. Now in jail for selling drugs. You can have a great background and you can do things what you want to do because you set in your mind, this is what I want to become. It is all set up to you, what you want to do in life. You cannot blame anyone else of the situation that you are in. If you went to jail for domestic violence, that's on you. If you went to jail for selling drugs, that's on you. Anything that you are in jail for, that is on you. If you put your hands on someone, beat them to death, or you wind up killing them, that's on you. That's not on your background. I am so tired of my people accepting or making an excuse that it is okay because you had a bad background. It is not okay. And I will not accept that type of behavior. If anyone accept that, you are insane if you're going to accept that type of behavior from someone. They have no right to mistreat you, but they did when you was a child. So you get up and you mistreat someone else. There's no excuse. I will not and I shall not accept that. If you're a bully and you was bullied by your family member or something like that, that's on you. You can change it. Jesus Christ, you acting like that you're not capable of changing. Yes, you are capable of changing. You're not an animal. I'm going to repeat this. You're not an animal. You can do whatever you want to do. You can change any day. As long as you're breathing and you have life, I don't care if you're 110 years old. If you're still breathing and you have life, you can change. I'm just so tired of the things that's going on in our community. You sit up there and just make excuses that I've been raised like this. This is how I was raised. I can't change. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You want to be in the hood? You want to act like you still in the hood on a job? Are you serious? You're acting like a thug, a bully? Take that somewhere else. We are here to get a paycheck so we can pay our bills. There's a problem in society that men think, and it's a low percentage of women beating men, I'm on the verge of saying about a man beating a woman. Men think that they can do whatever they want. They can have whatever they want. And if they do not get it, they stomp like a little baby. They beat this woman or beat someone else until they get it. That's not how it is. And please, 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 do not come to me and say we are cavemen. You're not. I'm just like totally fed up of all the stuff that's going on in society. All the stuff that I have to face at my job. It is ridiculous. I'm just tired of the harassment, the domestic violence that I see out here. It is a sad day in America and it's every day. Every 30 seconds, a woman is being beat or raped. So you count on your hand, every 30 seconds, a woman have been beaten or raped by a man. Today, people, if you have spouses, and I'm talking to the guys, go and buy that woman some roses. Just tell her you love her. Buy her favorite flower. Let her know that you care about her. Treat her as a queen that she is. If you are a guy who believes in beating a woman, go and get help today. Ask for help. If someone refuses to give you that, don't just stop there until you get help. You need to continue to try to get help from someone. Because this is a dangerous situation here where people are constantly beating people. And you can kill somebody with your fists. This woman may weigh 125 pounds and you are weighing 295 or 235. You are bigger and you're 6-something and you're over this woman and you're beating the crap out of her. Is that love? Tell you, I would never, ever, ever lay my hand on a woman who I'm in love with. Never. I suggest you guys really go and get help on this situation. It's going to be a short day because usually I'll last for a long time, but it have to be a short day because I have so much on my mind that my mind is just scrambled right now because of the situation that actually happened to me yesterday. And I'm talking to someone, have to, and hopefully it's going to be solved, but I doubt it. I am leery about it. I just really suggest and want a lot of guys who's out there doing domestic violence or bullying someone, even kids out here that's bullying someone. I think that if you can't stop, try to get help. Try to ask for help until you get it. You got to go and get it because sooner or later you're going to get in trouble. Later on in life, if you at a job or something like that, you're going to take that same behavior to the job. So at the end of the day, you need to just try to get some help and try to do something with your life because it's not cool to do the things what you're doing to others. It's not a cool thing. I just was watching a lot of documentary of a young woman who was bullied or a young man. I also watched a documentary of a young man. Both of them did suicide because they couldn't take that them being bullied every day. and they actually are no longer on this earth. So this is the point that I said that I wanted to change laws, because if you bully someone, I want to change this law. That I know they got a bully law out, and it's just not in depth to me. I think that that person, if you bully someone, you should serve time. If they kill themselves, I should think that you should be tried first-degree murder. That's premeditated, because you are basically bullying that person. And you should serve time. Because some people are not strong enough to handle the situation that you are putting them in. And I'm always constantly say this, guys, you really do need help if you think that you can have anything in this world. It's okay to be confident, have confidence, and anything else, but you can't expect to get everything in this world. Everybody don't get everything in this world. You can't try to break the woman down because what you want. I just had to get on this topic today and talk about it, because it's so much of domestic violence. And I'm not just saying my race, but I'm talking up to my race, African American. I know white guys, I know Caucasians, they beat the crap out of their wives as well. I never forget the true story of the burning bed. I saw that and I'm like, oh my, this woman went through hell and back. This woman tried to leave him, and somehow, because he didn't want her to leave, he beat the crap out of her. So she resort to the situation of burning the bed while he was asleep. That's a long story. Or Miss Abbott, when she just got tired of the abuse and the cheating, and she did what she did. I don't want people to resort to violence. Violence on violence do not solve anything. It just cause more problems. So at the end of the day, if you continue to cause more problems, I mean, it's just not going to solve anything with the violence. But if you go and get help and get counseling, that will solve. Or just put it in your head, people. I'm not talking about the person who's being violent. I'm talking about, I am talking to the people who've been violent to anyone. You need help. Because if you cannot control your temper, you need anger management. You really do. So at the end of the day, domestic violence is so high in numbers and so bad right now that we need to really sit down in America and think about these things, about domestic violence and bullying, because we are not going to solve anything if you think we are. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Yes, this is going to be a short. I said it in the middle of talking about it, because I just had to get on here and talk. It was another topic that I wanted to talk about, but I just wanted to talk about this domestic violence and the bullying that we have to experience as women or men have to experience. And it's in our race that we continue to really beat. And you know what? It comes to me that is it the reason why that we are like this in our race, mostly African Americans. The reason why you guys are like this, is it because we have been beaten to being submissive all our lives? Is this the reason why? Someone leave a comment instead of being rude like this other guy who left a comment about Ray Lewis, leave a comment, answer my question. Is it the reason why we as African Americans do, as men, do the domestic violence is because we have been beaten and submissive? Because our family, our ancestors were beaten so tremendously that they submit. Out of all the race that these white supremacists and Caucasian try to do to them as putting different race into slavery, we are the only race that accept that. That's why we remain in slavery for a very long time. Is it, I'm going to ask again, is it the reason why we as African Americans do domestic violence? Because it's trickled down from our ancestors on. Is it because we was beaten to be submissive? That's something that you should think about, and leave me a comment and answer that question for me. I know the answer, but I want to hear it from everyone else. Y'all have a great day. Love you guys.
I know a lot of people might not be from where we from. The following may not be my true story, but it is still a true story. Damn. Shawty selling everything in the house, flat screen, Xbox shit, even pots and pans. Toaster oven, microwave, DVD, chillin' clothes, even food stamps. Just to get a crown. Even pun a baby vipe,